Hello, today I'll explain 5 technical questions from the CCNA exam. Let's look at the first question. The first question asks, which switching concept is used to create, this one's really easy, which switching concept is used to create a separate broadcast domain? Well, a separate broadcast domain, that's VLAN technology. Only VLAN technology does that. This is way too easy for us, so the answer is C. Let's check the correct answer is C. Alright, let's move to the second question. The second question has a diagram. The second question asks, what action must we take? That is, referring to the diagram above, what action should we take to enable the neighboring device to forward packets quickly? It's about quickly discovering switches, quickly discovering neighboring switches. For example, if A wants to discover B, the protocol used between them is called the CDP protocol. CDP is Cisco's discovery suite, and by default, it operates every 60 seconds one interaction, every 60 seconds. So if we wanted to discover quickly, we just change the interval to 10 seconds, change it to 10 seconds. See, the correct configuration command is this one, configure it on the switch, and change the interval to 10 seconds. Let's look at the correct answer. Choose B. Alright, question 3. No. 3. It asks, when configuring or deleting lag on the WLCON, this WLLAC specifically, what are the requirements? This is a fixed requirement, it's a rule. The correct answer is C. Whenever you make any additions, deletions, or modifications, you must reboot the controller. You have to restart the controller. This is called reboot restarting the controller. Only after rebooting will the configuration take effect. So for this question, choose C. The correct answer is C. Let's look at question 4. Question 4 says, when an autonomous access point maps its two VLANs to other VLANs, which specific type of port should be utilized in this particular case? For example, if there is a device, its upstream broadcast domain and downstream broadcast domain are different. That is, the upper side of the diagram represents VLAN 10, and the lower side represents VLAN 20. Since these are two separate VLANs, the broadcast data, meaning any broadcast packets sent within one VLAN, cannot travel to the other VLAN. So the broadcast from VLAN 10 devices can't reach VLAN 20 devices in this area, right? Broadcast can't cross broadcast domains. So if we want the data to be able to go directly to the broadcast domain of VLAN 10, then we need to configure a trunk here. That is so we need to configure this trunk, which actually means what? It means the trunk. We need to configure this trunk. So the correct answer to this question is C. Alright, choose C. Let's look at question 5. Question 5 says that the network administrator has 4 interfaces, and these 4 interfaces need to be aggregated. That is, to combine these 4 interfaces into a logical aggregated link. So this logical link must negotiate with the layer 2 interface of another switch, right? When negotiating, if both ends use active mode, what must be configured? If both ends use active mode, then we will directly configure this LACP mode. Choose B. LACP. Alright. Submit. If you want to learn Cisco technologies or get access to Cisco question banks, please send me a private message, or you can leave a comment below the video for technical discussion.